I'm Elizabeth Sines, aka Fairy Woman, and we are on day 17 of going through the Fairies Guide to Being Human Magical Companion. It's the book. There's a link below if you want to get a PDF of just the messages and the action steps so you can go through them with me, as well as my website. I have a lot to say about this fairy message, so I want to get right into it and then tell you what I've got to say about it. So the fairy message for day 4 in the book, day 17 in our group. What perfection are you chasing? It may not be perfection in the same way you think. You have an ideal about what your life should or could be. You have an illusion you wish to create. It could be a relationship, it could be a career, it could be a family dynamic. What is the illusion you're trying to fix yourself for? What if you gave that up? Often humanity wants to grip tightly to illusions and label that as hope. We would like to give you another definition of hope. It is the peace you feel inside knowing that everything is always divine. Hope is not a carrot to chase. Hope is faith, and faith is trust. All of these are elements of peace. This does not mean to let go of goals or that steps to improve your experience in life are wrong. It is merely an invitation to be okay now and then see where that leads you. The fairies. So, I'm finding that a lot of people, including myself, are having past trauma triggered by the pandemic. And just to give you a short brief thing with me, the last 2 years have been very rough. It included a whole bunch of kind of rug being pulled out from me moments, including the murder of my cousin, including business just up and ending, and many things. And really the last 6 years have been off and on trauma. My mother has had a whole roller coaster with her health. So when this came on, we went into the pandemic and the lockdown, it was like the straw that broke the camel's back for me. I really hit this wall, realizing how much I've been trying to just hold it all together, and I couldn't anymore. And it wasn't that anything that disastrous was happening for us. I mean, all things considered, my family's been very blessed. My husband's able to work from home. My children were already homeschooled, so it wasn't that much of a dramatic change to have them home. Financially, we're okay. Like, there isn't any big thing. We live in the middle of a forest, so it's like we can't go out of our house. So, I mean, all things considered, I feel very blessed in that situation, and it feels silly for me to, like, even complain. But I just emotionally hit that wall. And I know I'm not alone in that. I know a lot of people are. And a lot of people are having past trauma, past grief, things that they've been suppressing come up from this. And that plays into this conversation because we have this ideal about how we are supposed to react, how we are supposed to have moved on from things, how we should have healed enough about something. And, this general idea in our society about just push forward, just push over it, push through. And I think there are times that might be needed. There might be times that does help people, but it does catch up with you. And I personally had to just stop. I had to make some hard decisions and tell a lot of people I care about, like, I can't help you right now. I can't do this right now. I can't be present right now. And pull back from a lot. And that was difficult for me because I'm the person who likes to be needed, likes to be everybody's rock. I'm a healer, so I automatically am rushing in. And I think collectively we're all having to kind of pull back into ourselves. Take that breath, take this pause. I know some places are starting to reopen. The world's going to get going before we know it. And you have to decide if you want to re-enter at the same speed you were going before, or if you want to let go of some illusion of what perfect is and get real into yourself about what feeds your soul, what you need. And even if what you need is just to stop for a while, to rest, to take a break, and then you can rejoin. And maybe you don't rejoin all the way, you join half of it. Just giving yourself that permission is huge. And I'd like to invite all of you to give yourself that permission to just stop. Even if it's just like, I'm going to start giving myself this 15 minutes out of the day to work on myself, or this 15 minutes of the day to just be alone with my thoughts, or this 15 minutes just to meditate, whatever it is you can do to wedge out some space for yourself to breathe. I encourage you to do so. So the action step for today is, what choices would you change if you're not clinging to your illusions? How many times a day do you mentally berate yourself for not being your ideal? How could this very moment be your ideal? What if you, in every aspect of your life, were enough right now? And I think that's the real key thing, is knowing you are enough in this moment exactly as you are. We're always looking for the reason to be loved, to be happy, to be fulfilled, and thinking that it's some external gratification or external validation that will bring that to us. And really, it's about giving it to ourselves, loving ourselves, caring about our own well-being. Even if it's just looking in the mirror and saying, I love you to yourself. Or even if it's just repeating, I am enough, writing that down, whatever you need to do to start cultivating that in you. I really suggest you focus on that, on being enough now and not needing to be productive or start your exercise program or diet or book or whatever pressure you're putting on yourself that you have to complete or achieve in this moment. Just be you in this moment, breathing, and know that that is enough. I hope you have a wonderful, magical day, and I will see you tomorrow.